Oh, it's the holiday season, which means it's the eating season. And I know I've been doing my fair share of eating up those great sweets that have been everywhere I'm visiting. But you know, there is something a little bit unique that you can do for a dessert that isn't real sweet, and it can still be a little bit on the healthy side with some fresh fruit, and that's a white chocolate fondue. The classic fondue is always cheese, but you can also do chocolate or white chocolate. And I like to do this white chocolate fondue for the holidays because it has a little bit of red color in it that makes it just right. So for today's fondue, I've taken 1 pound of white chocolate morsels that you can just pick up in the grocery store in the baking aisle. And I've melted those with 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. Now I've used a nice heavy bottom pot, but if you don't have a heavy pot that you can melt in, then just make your own double boiler by using a pot with a glass or a metal bowl, setting over it some simmering water under the bowl, and then stir the cream and the morsels together until it gets nice and melted. And after the cream and the chips have melted and gotten nice and creamy, then I added a half cup of raspberries that I mashed up. I used fresh raspberries today, but you could sure try using the frozen raspberries. Just thaw them first and get rid of a little bit of that juice that comes when they thaw. Now to serve it, all I have to do is transfer it from my pot to a nice little fondue pot, and you've noticed that this is a nice heavy little fondue pot. This one is more of a pottery type fondue pot, but for cheese and chocolate, this is the kind you use, not the metal fondue pots that are more typical for the oil or the broth fonduing. But if you don't have a fondue pot, it's okay, because you can use one of these small little slow cookers or crock pots and just put it in there and turn it on low heat, and it'll stay warm. And when you bring it to the table, have a platter of dippers. Today I've got some cubes of banana bread, some fresh strawberries and raspberries, and it's just a wonderful dessert for people to just take their fondue fork and dip it into, it would probably be the fondue pot. And it's just beautiful with that little swirl of raspberries. So it's just something a little bit unique, something that people aren't expecting, and you don't have to feel like you've got to have a big tray full of Christmas cookies. So just try this white chocolate fondue. The recipe will be on lakelandptv.org. I'm Sue Doden, and now we're cooking.